50, 45. There goes Davis.
Oh, my God.
Davis is going to run it all the way back. Auburn's going to win the football game. Auburn's going to win the football game. He ran the missed field goal back. He ran it back 109 yards. They're not going to keep him off the field tonight. Holy cow. Oh, my God. Auburn wins. Auburn has won the Iron Bowl. Auburn has won the Iron Bowl in the most unbelievable fashion you will ever see.
Oh, welcome in everyone to a brand new edition of the Dream Wager, episode 600. We are 400 away from 1,000. How we doing, everyone? Today is December 10th, 2025. Little cold out, kid. Little cold out today. How you doing?
I'm doing good, though. It's cold. Not as cold as it was on Monday, so I'm thankful for that. It's actually a little raining right now. It ain't snow, so that's a good thing. Gotta think positive. Big game this weekend. Don't want to look too ahead, but I'm excited about that. I'm gonna be honest, it was, for me personally, I know some people don't love defenses, but to me, Dill, Monday night was a hell of a game. So let's get into it.
Yeah, we'll recap Sunday and Monday. I'm going to go and do a rant in a little bit. I am really, really upset. You see this? Hold up. You see this? Gone. It's gone. He's going to be... I'm just going to wait. Week 14 power rankings, though. That's something to look forward to. Interested to see where your list is at. Thursday night, bummer of a fucking game, but we'll talk about that between the Falcons and the Buccaneers. We'll have picks, props, sides, totals, you name it, we'll have it. Hey, good news, something positive. My team is in the semifinals of the Cup for NBA.
Yep. Y'all took care of business last night. Yep.
Got the Magic on Saturday, so we'll talk about that, and then yeah, that's about it. There's nothing really to go, but we'll start with Sunday. You talk about defense. Best defense in the league. The Texans, man, they put the straps on Kansas City and Patrick Mahomes. 3 interceptions, probably one of his worst games of his career. They weren't able to run the ball. We talk about it all the time. When your quarterback is leading the team in rushing, it is not an ideal game. They couldn't get anything going. Travis Kelce looks very, very old. He does not look good. And Nico Collins, we talked about it a few weeks back. Whenever he came back, this offense really picked it up. I like what he marks. I know he didn't have the best game, but they tried to stay true to the run game. 26 carries. Now, he didn't have the best yardage per game, but CJ Stroud, I thought he was efficient. He didn't turn the ball over, only 3 sacks. And I thought the Kansas City's defense played well, especially in the second half. I thought they played well. They gave up some points early on, but then they kind of settled into things a little bit. But some head scratchers from Andy Reid, I'll say that. But at 6-7 now, I think their chances are very slim, kid.
I think it's without a question the best defensive football, at least playing like the best defensive football as of late. It's the Houston Texans, and we saw it on Sunday Night Football. We even said it a couple weeks ago against the Buffalo Bills. Still, this defense is literally playing on another level right now. They just shut down the Kansas City Chiefs at Arrowhead. They just possibly just ended a dynasty in Arrowhead. We just saw Travis Kelce. I'm not going to go call the man old, but all I'm going to say is he definitely looked past his prime. Not just Sunday, this whole year. So I think Patrick Mahomes is still one of the, if not the best quarterback in football. I think Andy Reid slipped up on Sunday night. We saw that horrible 4th and 2 on their own 39 that basically set up the Houston Texans to win the game. We saw this Chiefs defense shut it down. The defense, in my opinion, and Steve Spagnuolo played flawlessly in the second half. If Andy Reid doesn't gamble on their own 39-yard line, I'm not saying the Chiefs win this game, but I think we have a totally different outcome. I don't think this final score will be 20-10. So my biggest question to Andy Reid, who I shouldn't honestly be questioned, but I think it deserves. Why would you put your team in jeopardy after seeing your defense shut it down for majority of the second half? Why did Andy Reid did not trust his defense? Or what did he see that he possibly was like is a great idea? It's the perfect idea to go for it on 4th and 2 in our own 39. That's my question to you, because
Yeah,
that's
well, I'll
like
say
Andy Reid.
this.
We know Andy Reid is ballsy, but to me, in a tie game at the time, he's 10-10. That was just a horrible decision by Big Red, which rarely occurs. So I think some blame deserves to be on Patrick Mahomes. Absolutely. He had a poor game. You want to sling a little bit at Travis Kelce for a few jobs with that interception? Okay. But I'm blaming majority of this loss on Andy Reid, Big Red.
Well, I think they needed a spark, regardless if it was tie game at the moment. The way they were speaking leading up to the game, you knew they were gonna go for it. Now, time and place. There's ways to go for it on 4th down. It was a head scratcher in the moment. I guess looking back, I probably still wouldn't have gone for it, but I guess I could kind of understand where his head was at. Clearly, hindsight's 2020. They didn't convert it, but yeah, the way they were talking prior to the game, you knew Big Red and the Kansas City Chiefs, they had to be ballsy. They had to be aggressive, because if they weren't, eventually they were going to lose, which was the outcome regardless.
Yeah, I understand if you're going for it, instead of like a 57-yard field goal, not in your own territory. Enough for that. I understand Houston's offense, CJ 203 passing, 15 for 31. Not great, but not bad. Nico Collins, 4 catches, that huge one early on, 121 overall. He averaged 30 yards a catch.
Yeah.
So like you said, Woody Marks, they stayed true to the run game. He was able to, 68 yards on the ground or something. These control time and possession. So overall, I think the Houston Texans showed who they are. They're a defense first team. They're going to run the ball, and CJ Stroud is going to try to hit Nico Collins deep or, make big plays to break open the game. Their defense still is playing at another level right now. So if CJ, like I said a couple of weeks ago, when we saw this defense lead David Mills to 3-0 record when he was the starter, if CJ Stroud is able to come back, and he don't need to play at an all-time level, but if he could just elevate the play from what David Mills is doing, watch out for this Houston Texans team. And what we're seeing right now, they're 8-5. I think they won 5 or 6 straight games.
It all started from Davis Mills.
It all started with the big hit on CJ Stroud. So
yeah,
give credit to Houston. Give credit to DeMeco Ryans, because that defense is playing at a very high level.
Yeah, right now they are in the 7th seed. If the playoffs started today, 91% chance of getting into the playoffs, which I do think they'll get in. Chiefs down to 12%.
They also have the tiebreaker with the Chiefs. And to be honest,
they're done.
The Colts, we could talk about. They're done, right?
Ravens done. They're all done.
Ravens' best chance is to win the division. So Steelers, Ravens, X them out.
That's it.
And you already got the tiebreaker with the Kansas City Chiefs.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Houston, Texas is going to be a 7th seed. All they got to do is finish 500 for the remainder of the year. They go 2-2.
The dynasty is over. Travis Kelce needs to retire. He's getting married in the summer. Just go do that. How long do you think it will take for them to revamp and get back to their winning ways?
One seat. What do you mean by winning ways? Like winning Super Bowls, or like
getting back to
the AFC West?
Winning the division, going back to the AFC Championship, going to the Super Bowl.
See, Dill, that's like, do I think they will be a dynasty again?
Maybe.
I think that could possibly take a couple years. But do I think they have a shot to win the division next year if they just make a few adjustments? Absolutely. You got Patrick Mahomes. You still got a top 10 defense. If now you tell me Andy Reid retires, Travis Kelce retires, Steve Spagnuolo gets a head coaching job, now I got some questions.
Well, I think it'd be better for them if Travis Kelce retired at this point. He's not helping them. You could see it. No, I'm not even trying to be funny. Like,
No,
he's
I
just
know. You're
bad.
dead ass. I
He's
respect it.
bad. So, and I feel him. Like, he didn't want to go out like that. They got smoked, and I feel him. But it is what it is. This game is crucial, and it's wicked sometimes. But yeah, it's over. Good win for the Texans, though. Their defense is fucking scary, man. It's really fucking good. So
Yeah, Hunter and Anderson coming off those edges is a scary sight.
yeah, you also have Al Shahir, Danielle Hunter as well, man. Will Anderson, like they got guys everywhere.
All levels.
It's scary. Monday night, Chargers 22, the Philadelphia Eagles 19. Game goes under. Keep the points.
Heartbreaker for a lot of people.
Yeah. It looked like in the beginning of the game, just the game of turnovers. I mean, everyone was. Jalen Hurts threw an interception, got it back, and then fumbled it. I mean, I haven't seen that in forever. 4 interceptions. I won't say all of them is on him. There were a few that were like.
I'm gonna say two.
Yeah,
all on him. The overthrows.
Yeah, and you mentioned it. I think you texted me, but I didn't text you back. You were like, yeah, Saquon had a good game, but you take that big run away, the fake tush push, and that was even a gimmicky play. You take that away. Did he really have a good game? You know what I mean? You take that one big play away. It's under 100 rushing yards for him and the team. AJ Brown, he had an awful game, I think. Yeah, he went for over 100 yards. How many passes did he drop? How many passes did Jalen Hurts just drop in on him and he didn't make any effort?
The first throw of the game was a dime.
Like, even late in the game, it was at your feet. You got to make that catch. Like, there's just no effort. It's inconsistent. Even, I'm going to call him out too. Even Devontae Smith had a bad game. I mean, there was a pass that Jalen Hurts made that I thought was a dime to Devontae Smith, and he didn't catch it. He dropped it. You know, there's a couple drops in this game where if they make it, we're not even having this discussion where Eagles playoffs, no, Jalen Hurts the guy. No, you know, like we're not even having these conversations. So I don't know, man. There were some plays that I thought there were some plays that I liked from the Philadelphia Eagles offensively. And then there were some head scratchers, I would say. And then I guess for the Chargers side, man, this kid fucking Justin Herbert is tough as nails, having surgery, coming back, leading the team, running the ball. And no one really had a big game. The guy who had over 2 catches only was Keenan Allen. He only had 22 yards. It was nice to see Omarion Hampton back in. But I mean, for him to have a game like he did, 12 for 26, 139 yards, sacked 7 times, and this team just finds ways to win. I'll say this, they're 9-4 right now. They're going to make the playoffs, right?
Mm-hmm.
They're sitting at the 5 seed. Imagine they had their all-pro tackles in Joe Alt and Rashard Slater. We'd be talking about this team possibly making a Super Bowl run. Like he wouldn't have gotten hit as much as he did. And this team just finds ways to win. I think it's credit to 2 things. Justin Herbert and Jim Harbaugh. I mean, he is a hell of a coach, and they just find ways to win. And against the defending champs at home when, you know, your quarterback just had surgery, this was a hell of a win. And honestly, and I just want to, it was a nothing thing. Did you see where Justin Herbert was like, nah, I'm trying to find my teammates. I'm trying to celebrate with my team. I'm not trying to do the interview with Laura Rutledge. Did you see that?
Nah, it's past my bedtime.
No, well, there was just clips that came out where after the game, Laura Rutledge ran to Justin Herbert and wanted to do an interview, and he was just like, no. Like I'm trying to find my team and celebrate with them. And he wound up doing the interview. It was a little short, but like, who cares? Like, I don't know. People are just trying to make it a thing, but I didn't think it was anything. Like, he just had surgery. He had a huge win at home. Let the man be. But yeah, you got to give kudos to Jim Harbaugh and Justin Herbert, man. It was a hell of a win. Down your 2 best tackles and sack 7 times and still be able to win the game. I think that says a lot about your football team.
I think it says a lot about Justin Herbert. I know it on record is 7 sacks still, but if me and you both watched that game, with some of those late throws, it would have been 12 sacks still.
Easy.
Justin Herbert was fighting his ass off just to get the ball out in the last second. Still, that Philadelphia defense did everything they can. They did their part. The Chargers and Justin Herbert was just a tougher team yesterday. They didn't do nothing special, like you said. You take Vidal's 60-yard screen pass from third down away.
Yeah.
Like what other big play they got? You know how you said earlier, you take Saquon's 52-yard run.
Mm-hmm.
You take Vidal's 60-yard catch. Justin Herbert throws for only 70 yards. He only throws for 70 yards. So, no, 80 yards. So, the fact that Philadelphia defense was able to play that good on the road after 2 straight losses, Justin Herbert willing his team, like you said, with one hand to this victory, 66 yards rushing on 10 attempts. I understand he threw the 1 interception. This man got sacked 7 times. He was under pressure. I don't know the exact rate, but it had to be about 70% of the dropback still. He was constantly under pressure without no Jalen Carter. That's how impressive I was by this Eagle defense. I'm shocked that Jalen Hurts wasn't able to lead this team to a victory. I understand, but in my opinion, the Eagles were clearly the better team yesterday. They just, like you said earlier, some of the play calling were good. They just couldn't execute it. The first throw of the game, that was a dime. That should have been a 50-yard plus gain, possibly even a touchdown. One of the interceptions to A.J. Brown, when you could say it was slightly overthrown, to me, I seen A.J. Brown. He should have went up and catched that. We all know how talented and how great he is. So I agree with you. I think it was multiple drops by DeAndre Smith, A.J. Brown. I think Dallas Goedert had himself a pretty good game, but even how well the defense played, how great the defense played, how Saquon finally had his first 100-plus yard games in how many weeks, it still wasn't enough to overcome 4 turnovers, 4 interceptions, 5 total turnovers from your quarterback. Yes, I understand now all of the fault is on Jalen Hurts, but I'm going to put the blame on Jalen Hurts just because last week what people were saying, they were egging the offensive coordinator's house. I'm sorry to tell you, Eagles fans, wild. That loss was not on your offensive coordinator. That loss came down to not executing the game plan. That's all. So I think the Eagles will be just fine. I'm not going to overreact. Don't get me wrong. Cowboys are live for the division, but that's not the here or there. I think the Eagles will be fine. Do I still strongly consider them as a Super Bowl contender? I'm not sure about that, but I think it's hard to deny that the Eagles looked like the better team. They just couldn't execute the play. So shout out Justin Herbert for being a flat-out warrior on that field. And like you said, shout out Harbaugh, because that defense was playing at elite level as well, forcing those turnovers. So shout out the Chargers. Great win at home. And I think they set themselves up.
Are they broken, the Eagles?
No, just because, like you said, though, you called it objectively. Like, you hate the Eagles. You know, it's not, but we both saw the same thing. The Eagles had some great play calls. They just failed to execute them. If they execute on those plays, which we know they're capable of doing, I think we have a different outcome.
Yeah, we're a few passes from caught passes from having a much different conversation here. Now,
yeah, a few catch passes from Jalen Hurts having a couple touchdowns and over 300 passing yards.
Yeah, they're still the 3 seed. They have a 92% chance. They're probably still going to win the division, in my opinion. Cowboys, it was tough because
they have a shot, but yeah,
they only even have 11% chance of making the playoffs at this point. So, yeah, I think they'll be fine. I think it was a nice bounce back for the defense, though. I thought the defense at times played really well. Like you said, if Justin Herbert didn't run or throw the ball away, we were looking at 14, 15 sacks easy, bro.
Yeah, easy.
And that's without Jalen Carter. So And that goes back to my thing. Like, that offensive line worries me a little bit because imagine Rashard Slater and Joe Alt back there.
Yeah, and not for nothing. I agree with you on that statement because come playoff time, I don't think, Cameron Dicker kicking 5 or 6 field goals are going to win you that game. Like, I don't know if a 22 points are going to win you, the game on the road at Buffalo, at New England, at Denver, So, like I said, give credit to the Chargers, but shout out Cameron Dicker. I didn't even give him any credit there. He had himself multiple 40-yard kicks. I think he had a 50, 57, 53 as well. He deserves a game ball. Cameron
Apparently,
Dicker.
he's the most accurate kicker in NFL history. I thought it was Justin Tucker, then it was Younghoe Koo, then he was trash, then it was Cameron. So essentially, it's just the most recent, most accurate kicker. Who's the most
I think right now, because I have him in one league, he's the number one kicker in fantasy.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah, he possibly only missed 1 or 2 kicks all season. And we just saw it on Monday Night Football, Dill. The man was deadly accurate from everywhere.
I was going to say, if it's 51, 52 under, he's automatic. He's nice.
He went 5 for 5, longest from 54.
Yeah, no, he's money. He's money. No, and inside a dome at that, he's money.
He has 16 points still. 16.
Yeah, no. Well, Brandon Aubrey had 20 as well for fantasy. So yeah, these kickers are different nowadays. But yeah,
no,
so
fantasy, he had more than that. Hold on, let me check. Let me tell you how many points he had in fantasy.
Real quick though, we did not get there. Prop of the week goes under. So our streak ends at 3, but we were doing good up until then. Didn't get there with the Eagles. Honestly, it would have felt disgusting if the Eagles won that game. But we do get there with the under. We do get there.
We got there with the under. I'll go 1-1. I took the Eagles on the money line, and then I took AJ Brown over. So we did all right.
At least your prop hit.
Yeah, at least my prop hit. I think for the week overall,
should have did Justin Herbert.
8-5 for week 14 overall. So profitable week is good, and we went 1-1 on we went 1-1 on Sunday Night Football. Nice. And then we went 1-1 on Monday Night Football.
44-year-old Phillip Rivers, who he hasn't played in the NFL since the COVID year, 2020. He is signing for the Indianapolis Colts. He's known Shane Steichen. They have a good relationship, but he's 44 years old, and he's hoping to get them back into the postseason right now. It was crazy. I mean, he's a grandpa at this point, but he's older than his head coach. Shane Steichen is 40 years old. Their offensive coordinator, Jim Bob Cooter, he's 41 years old. He's older than his coaches, which is crazy to me. But I am happy for Phillip Rivers. Honestly, I thought they were going to bring him in and be like, "Oh, thanks for working out, but you're 41." I mean, the workout must have gone well for them to sign him. You know what I mean, though, on a serious note?
No, I think, honestly, he just had to – I'm assuming they gave him the playbook, Monday or Sunday night. If he was able to come in and just recite, I'm going to say 75% of them, maybe 80+, which I think he's very capable of doing, I think he had the job. Not for nothing. I think the Colts didn't need a quarterback. So it's anybody that could just pick up the offense right away, it's a bonus. And I think they called Phillip Rivers because they know he's capable of doing. Don't get me wrong. Do I think Phillip Rivers was the best quarterback option available out there? Possibly not.
You know who's mad? Kaepernick.
Colin Kaepernick there.
He's mad.
I wanted to go there. Don't get me wrong. Do I think Phillip Rivers right now is a better athlete than Colin Kaepernick? Absolutely not. But do I think Phillip Rivers is possibly a better locker room guy than Colin Kaepernick? Possibly. So I'm not mad about it. I think Phillip Rivers had himself a hell of a career, no doubt Hall of Famer. But what could he really bring to the Colts at 44 years old? Yeah. Yes, they're 8-5. Good chance to make the playoffs. But is he was the best quarterback available? That's my biggest question.
My thing is he knows Shane Steichen, he knows the offense, so it's an easy fill. And apparently, Adam Schefter was saying he's on track to start Sunday.
I know, that's crazy. The man just can't. Enough. He was coaching, so he was around the game. Yeah. It's not like he just came off his couch drinking beers, but.
How many realistically, and I wanted to ask you this when he got signed, I was waiting for today or tonight. How many quarterbacks in the league right now, not starting, just backup, just quarterbacks in the NFL, how many quarterbacks is worse than Phillip Rivers right now? At least 7 I can name.
I'm going to say more.
That's what I'm saying. So he's better than Shador. He's better than J.J. McCarthy. He's better than...
Wait, he's better?
Yeah. He could go in there and be better. He's better than everybody on the Jets. Tyrod Taylor. That's 5.
I don't know. See, now I'm bugging. I thought you said how many backups are better.
Anybody. Starting backup. He's better than Geno Smith.
No.
Geno Smith is terrible.
We got to see him, Dill. How about if he goes out there?
He's going to ball.
And he looks like a 44-year-old man.
He's better than Cam Ward.
He's
better than Marcus Mariota.
No.
Yes.
No.
Marcus Mariota is garbage.
I'll give him Ben DiNucci.
He's better than Tyler Shuck.
No.
Yes.
No.
He's better than Tua.
No. Come on, Dill. Come on.
No. All seriousness, maybe not Tua. That was a little stretch. But all seriousness,
he's not better than Russ. Come on.
He's better than Russell Wilson.
Come on.
Yeah, he's better than Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson is garbage.
I'm not gonna say I hope Phillip. I'm not gonna say I hope Phillip Rivers starts this Sunday because I don't think that would be great for his health. But Dill, you cannot. I'm not a JJ McCarthy guy.
He's better than JJ though. I could be real. Oh, by the way, the poll went in my favor. So again, do we have an apology or not yet?
No, because
okay.
All I'm gonna say is compare Shador Sanders' first career starts to JJ career starts. That's all I gotta say.
JJ went on the road and balled out and won.
Yeah. So did Shador.
Yeah, and then when they said he threw for 300, he lost. So
yep.
Stat patent. All I'm saying is, can you name 5 backups or starters that you think Phillip Rivers is better than?
No, I say Ben DiNucci.
Is he even in the league?
Exactly. I'm gonna say Ben DiNucci.
No, but seriously, any quarterbacks?
No, maybe.
No, I don't even think Ben DiNucci's like on the practice squad of the Atlanta Falcons.
I'm trying to really think who I think Phillip is better than.
Everybody on the Jets. You saw Brady Quinn. You saw Brady Cook.
Oh yeah, Cook. Him Cooks.
Justin Fields.
No, come
on.
Bro. Dill,
look at Justin Fields can't complete a fucking little curl route. You're just saying it because you think Justin Fields is athletic. That's not a quarterback. Look at what Justin Fields couldn't even complete a slant to Garrett Wilson. What are we talking about? He got benched for Tyrod Taylor.
The question is Phillip Rivers better than?
Yeah.
I don't think he's a better quarterback than them.
All right, this is my list. I
don't even think he's better than my boy DeVito, our third string quarterback.
He's not even in the league.
Yes, he is. He's our third string quarterback, the Patriots.
Yeah. No, he's better than him too. That's a good one. Thank you. So
I'm actually thinking
Tommy DeVito.
He's not better than Tommy DeVito.
Has Tommy DeVito played this year?
No. He's gonna get time over Drake May?
I'm asking. I'm just asking.
He don't even need to lean the ball.
He's better than every Jet quarterback that's 4. Tommy DeVito.
No, I'm agree with Crooks. He looked bad. You know who else is better than Skylar Thompson?
Yep, that's another one. He's better than Zach Wilson.
I gotta
Zach
see
Wilson
that.
is terrible.
Because I'm agree with you. Zach Wilson is terrible. I agree with
He's
you.
better than Shador. He's better than Tyler Shuck.
No, he's not.
He's better than J.J. McCarthy, and I'm the
I'll
biggest
give
advocate
you he's
for
better
J.J.
than Taysom Hill.
He's better than Taysom Hill. That's 10.
But he's not better than J.J. McCarthy and Shador Sanders. Stop it.
Okay, so if he goes out there and balls,
And I'm not even a J.J. McCarthy advocate.
I know that if he goes out there and balls, will you finally apologize? Like, okay, he's actually
Put
better
it this:
than...
I don't even have high expectations. Let's just say Philip Rivers goes out there
and
and goes.
Cam Ward, that's 11. You're telling me you've been impressed for Cam Ward? Now, granted, he hasn't had much to throw to, but still.
These last couple of weeks, he's been playing better. He's been playing better. Don't get me wrong. Has he been impressive? No.
That's the thing, though. Like, him playing better is still not better than Phillip Rivers.
I got to see that.
Yeah.
Still, you haven't seen Phillip Rivers play in 3 years.
5.
The Phillip Rivers that we've seen is
Hall
most
of
likely not.
Famer.
It's not the Phillip Rivers you're gonna get this year.
I don't know that.
Exactly. So you got to see it to believe it first.
I'm going on base what I see.
All right. My expectations for him is
under 150 passing yards.
Over. I think they're gonna have to throw the ball, but that's not saying much. I'm gonna say if he's able to complete over 50% of his passes.
My worry, it's a bad first start. It's on the road in Seattle against a top 5 defense.
Number 1 scoring defense in football.
Yeah. We'll see. But
I'm telling you. I'm trying to tell you.
Marcus Mariota is another one.
He's not better than Marcus Mariota.
Tyler Huntley. That's bad.
No.
Yeah. Tyler Huntley's terrible. Oh my God. Who's the guy? Kyle Trask. He was like Baker's backup.
Yeah, I'll give you Kyle Trash.
Kyle Trash, exactly. Kyle Trash. By the way, Jaden Daniels, he's obviously not better than. He's ruled out this weekend, which makes sense. Drake London is ruled out as well for Thursday, for tomorrow. So, yeah, well, we'll see how he goes. It's a bad first start. I'll say that.
Yeah,
he's better than at least 7 to 10 active NFL quarterbacks.
And I apologize to those active players you mentioned, besides Ben DiNucci.
Your guy, Ben DiNucci. So I wanted to talk to you and kind of get some things off my chest, right?
No, do your thing, dude. Do your thing.
No, feel free to jump in because I've had it with this team. It's gone. I'm not giving this team another cent. I'm talking about the New York Mets. Juan Soto he's probably gone. He's probably thinking I'm gone. Like, why would I be here? Why would I be here? In 48 hours, we lost Edwin Diaz and Pete Alonso. Edwin Diaz, I thought realistically we would be able to retain. That was the one guy I'd be like, okay, if anything, we signed Devin Williams, Yankees garbage, to a 3 years, $51 million, and then Edwin Diaz gets 3 years, $69 million. I thought Uncle Steve was the big bad richest man in the world.
Richest owner in baseball, no doubt.
18 million?
Sports.
18 million you couldn't fork up? What are we? Elvis, you know how, you like the nice things in life. You shop at Polo, you shop at Gucci, Louis Vuitton. You shop good. So you know what the Mets do? They shop at USPA. They shop at Walmart. They look for garbage and say, "Oh, we could get that. We're gonna make a nice dinner meal with this piece of garbage." And you play the market game with these big time market teams like the Dodgers, and you're gonna get outbid. If you can't beat them, join them. They just went back to back and then just got the bet. And the biggest hole in that team was their bullpen. And what did they just do? They went and got the best reliever in baseball. And then Kyle Schwarber, who the Mets were in on. And once Kyle Schwarber said he is staying with Philadelphia to a 5-year, $150 million, I said it's over for Pete Alonso and the Mets. I said it's over because if he is getting 5 years, 150, what do you think Pete Alonso is going to get?
Who's like 8 years younger.
Yeah. He got 5 years, $155 million, and the Mets were never going to give him that. Why? I don't have the answers. I truly don't have the answers. They were only going to give him 3 years. They didn't even offer him a contract. Apparently, Your Red Sox were really aggressive. It was down to you and Baltimore. And credit to Baltimore. They're having one of the best off seasons in baseball right now. They go out and get Tyler Ward. They were in on Kyle Schwarber. Schwarber wanted to stay home. They go out and get Pete Alonso. How do you replace 40 home runs? How? You could pencil him in and give him 40 home runs every fucking year. How do you replace that? You
for nothing.
You can't. And these fucking guys just sit up there with their fucking smirk and say everything's going to be okay. No, not everything's going to be okay. You know what Steve Cohen just got approved? He got approved for a casino that they're building right next to Citi Field in Flushings.
Mm-hmm.
That's his fucking priority. And watch, he's going to sell the fucking team next. This team is not going to be competitive for 5 years. This team is atrocious. They're going to trade Francisco Lindor next. You know who the face of the franchise is? Jeff fucking McNeil, Elvis. Who? I hate him so much. Juan Soto's regret in signing with the Mets.
Yeah,
I got
as
this.
of today.
I got this. It's gone. I'm going to just throw it away. If you want it, it'll be out on the sidewalk. I don't want anything to do. And honestly, I am going to boo this team every fucking chance I have. Boo them. That's what they deserve. They hate their fans, and this was a big fuck you to the fans. All they care about is their fucking casino and all the money they make. And once the casino's up, you know what he's going to do? He's going to sell the team and just make billions of dollars more. Let's not forget, Steve Cohen was indicted on federal charges, too. He's not a good man.
One thing I can say there, I appreciate your rant, because that's authentic. That's a lifelong Mets fan. That's 30 years of pain and suffering right there. So I appreciate that, Dill.
They're going to lose 100 games this year.
No, but
why even play the game? There's going to be a lockout soon. Good. Lockout. No misery for me.
One thing I can honestly say, it's one thing to lose an all-star or two. It happens to the best of us. But there's something to lose one of your best players, an all-star player, to somebody you most likely going to see down the road, to somebody that you're going to have to beat to where you want to get. And that's the Los Angeles Dodgers. If I know the agent told them, if you don't give us this, you're going to sign with the Dodgers. I know damn well the Mets knew if they didn't come up a few more millions of dollars, they was going to lose them. Not just any team. It's not like he's going to Houston. It's not like he's going to Boston. He's going to a team you're going to have to go see come postseason, Dill. That's the head scratcher if you're a Mets fan. It's one, like, honestly.
How do you compete with the Dodgers? How? Their biggest hole, and they were throwing starters in their bullpen, and they still won the World Series. Now you have to verse Edwin Diaz.
When healthy, arguably a top 3 closer. So that's my biggest question mark with what the management, what the front office did. It's cool. I'm not saying it's cool to lose an all-star caliber player, but why let them go to the competition? Why let them go to a playoff rival that you're going to have to beat to go capture that World Series title? That's my biggest question.
There is a culture bug in this organization. We heard about it in the offseason. People are distraught, and they do not like playing for the Mets. Francisco Lindor is on the trade block too. Mark my words, Elvis. He is gone. We're going to sign fucking Josh Bell at first base. You know what they just I just saw this before we went on, that they said the Mets are interested in signing Paul Goldschmidt. 39-year-old Paul Goldschmidt to first base. You want to sign a 39-year-old, but you don't sign a 32-year-old? I don't understand the logic, and I would consider myself I'm not the smartest cat in the world, but I'm pretty logical, and I got my wits about me. Where is the logic? Paul Goldschmidt? Paul Oldschmidt. That's him. Oh my, they just get the Yankees garbage. That's what they do. They go through the garbage and they say, you know what? We're going to get him. We're going to make him good again. Uncle Steve came to us and said, we're going to win. We're going to win by any means. I have the biggest checkbook in the league. And he's failed me. He's failed me every turn he did. And I don't know what they do from here. And they saying, oh, go and trade for Tarek Skubal, the best pitcher in the league. Yeah. You know what's going to happen if the Mets do that, Elvis? The Mets are going to go trade for Tarek Skubal, give all of our prospects away, and then next year, the Mets aren't going to sign them. That's what's going to happen. And then we're left with the farm league with zeros. That's what's going to happen. So I'm done with this team. They are an embarrassment. It can't get much worse. The offseason in 48 hours has already been worse than the season, and we haven't even started the season. You know, like the Red Sox and the Yankees, if the season started next week, you guys could put out a competitive ball club. You know, like, because you guys are a good club. The Mets have so many fucking holes. My camera just went. The Mets have so many fucking holes that they can't put a competitive baseball club out right now. They have so many holes. This team just doesn't fucking get it. They really don't. And I'm not giving them a cent. I'm not going to a game. I'm booing them, and this team is going to lose 100 games. They will not be competitive for 5 years. I promise you that, Elvis. You're laughing, but I am so fucking serious when I tell you this. This team is an
You're going to a game.
No, I promise you I am not.
Multiple.
False. And
Okay.
I hope opening day, the Citi Field fits about 75,000. I hope there's 3,000 people there opening day. And I hope you all boo them. That's what they deserve. Boo them. And I gotta calm down. Steve Cohen came and said, the media is all wrong. You guys just like to be negative. Come to the field. We have the best food. We just spent all this money on this big TV. They raised the fucking ticket prices too, that cocksucker. They do all these fucking things. Yeah, I'm done with the Mets. I know I've said that to you multiple times about my teams like the Jets and the Mets, but I've been hurt by the Mets more times than anything in life has hurt me. I'm done. I think I've been pretty loyal. I've given them 30 years of my life. No more. What they did to me in the last 48 hours, it's inexcusable. So that's baseball talk.
Shout out to Polar Bear. Great deal.
Yeah, no, shout out him.
Yeah.
I mean, someone's giving, and he got a $30 million signing bonus. So essentially, it's a 5-year, $185 million. Obviously, you're gonna take it. Honestly, I thought he was gonna go to the Red Sox. His wife is from Boston, so I thought they were gonna go, and he was gonna go play up in Boston, which wouldn't hurt me as much, but still, it fucking stings. The Mets have to do something, man, but they're not. They're garbage. And the Orioles, real quick, the Orioles have one of the best lineups in baseball right now. The AL East is very competitive. It's loaded. The Yankees are good. You guys are good. The Blue Jays just went to the fucking World Series. The Baltimore Orioles have had the best offseason, and they're going out and spending money, which I respect. They're going out there and spending the money right now. They have one of the best lineups in the AL. And the Tampa Bay Rays, somehow, they don't spend money, but they're always competitive.
They're going to win 75-plus games.
The AL East, man, you guys are in a fucking juggernaut. So, all right. Let's calm it down. Let's get into the ad read, and let's do our power rankings. We're brought to you each and every episode by Viva Tequila Seltzer, the most refreshing hard seltzer on the market, hands down. It's no wonder why Viva was voted #1 hard seltzer in the world by San Francisco World's Fair competition. With only 88 calories, 0 carbs, 0 sugar, and a light 4.5 ABV. Viva is the perfect drink for your post-game celebration, as it was created with that active lifestyle in mind. We flavor tequila seltzer because flavor is the spice of life, and we like our drinks to just a kick. Just like how we like our lives, whether it's Huckleberry playing around the golf with the boys or an elderberry watching Thursday night football, it doesn't matter. Our favorites pair perfectly with that Artisanal Blanco tequila for that subtle and refreshing drink. Our belief here at the Dream Wager and at Viva is to live long, live well, and live it up. All right, kid, week 14 power rankings. I am interested to see where your head is at, and I'll let you start. I think I started out the last few weeks. We'll start with number 10. Where are we going?
Yeah, this top 10 list is the shakiest one yet. Took a couple teams out, put a couple teams in. At number 10, I was going to leave the Philadelphia Eagles, and I couldn't. Give me the Los Angeles Chargers at number 10. Like I said earlier, and I'll stand on it. The Eagles look like the better team. There's no doubt about it. But what the Chargers are doing right now, what I saw Monday night with Justin Herbert playing with 1.5 hands, Cameron Dicker's doing what he's doing. The running game wasn't there. No wide receiver had more than 30 yards. And you're able to beat the Philadelphia Eagles at home. Got to give them a lot of credit. Harbaugh changed the culture. Justin Herbert proved, maybe not proved, but I think he's a top 10 quarterback right now. Give me the Chargers at number 10, Dill. I couldn't deny it. Give me the Chargers.
Surprise this team, and maybe they're a little higher. I just don't know. Surprise this team maybe isn't in yours, but give me the Texans. I mean, what they've done the last few weeks, offense has gone a little better. Defense has been phenomenal. D'Amico Ryans, the secondary, they got guys all over the field right now, and they're humming and getting hot at the right moment. Last month of the season, we got a few weeks left here. And I think they're going to make the playoffs. I think they're going to sit at number 7, but regardless, this is a scary team. They just need to get in, and anything is possible here. So I like the Texans. I think they're playing like a top 10 team right now, and with how good their defense is, watch out for them. So, yeah, I got Texans at number 10.
I'll tell you what, though, it's hard to deny that statement. That defense playing like the best defense in football. At number 9, I couldn't move this team off. They were on a bye week. Give me the 49ers. I still like them. You know, I think they're 9-4 right now. Tough. I'm not sure if they're going to be able to win the division. It's a tough division. Let's just be honest. But I think with this bye week, we might see the healthiest 49ers team we saw all year. I understand there's still no Fred Warner, no Bosa. I understand all that. But CMC needed a week off. George Kittle might be at 100%. Juan Jennings probably back at 100%. Pearsall might be back at 100%. So give me the 49ers at 9. I couldn't move them off the spot just because they had a bye week.
Yeah, for me, number 9, tough loss for them, but they played a hell of a game, and I think even in a loss, this team is good. The first time me saying this, but I got the Bears here. I think they could hang with a lot of teams. I'll say that. You know, they're first in takeaways. They have 27 takeaways despite their, you know, they really don't have that good of a pass rush. Montez Sweat has 8.5 sacks, but Chicago has 18 interceptions, 27 takeaways. They just find ways to take away the ball, and when you do that, you're going to win. Caleb Williams, how do I say this? I don't think he's made the huge jump that I think everyone has been anticipating, but it's hard to argue he's gotten worse. He's gotten better. I
He
think
definitely take a few steps up, not a leap, but a
not a
few
leap,
steps.
but he took a step and a half, 2 steps, I'll say, with Ben Johnson. So I think everyone was like, "Oh, Ben Johnson, he's going to make him an MVP of the league." He's not there yet, but he makes some throws on the sideline on the run where you're just like, "Okay, I see,
I see it.
I see it." And I love the 1-2 punch in the run game, and Ben Johnson has changed the culture. So tough schedule coming up, but we'll see how they do, but I do think this Bear team can hang with a lot of teams.
At number 8, give me the Jacksonville Jaguars. I couldn't keep this team out of my top 10, and I'll be honest, I think they're playing like a top 8 team right now. It's hard to deny. I understand Daniel Jones goes out, but Trevor Lawrence, as of late, hasn't been turning the ball over. The wide receiver core is starting to get a little healthy. I know Parker Washington was out last game, but Brian Thomas Jr., I think under the radar, Jacoby Myers has been a great addition for this offense. And defensively, we know they're talented. But what Cohen is doing with that team, I'm with you there. I think Ben Johnson changed the coach. I think some culture is building as we speak in Jacksonville. Give me the Jaguars at number 8.
Yeah, I agree. Jaguars are at 8, and I think that means both of us have left the Eagles off the top 10, which I said I would. I said if you lost here,
you lost 3 straight games, you're out.
Yeah. Yeah, they're broken. That's why I asked you that. But yeah, I got Jaguars at 8 as well. I mean, the stat was the stat. The Colts were never going to win that game. But, Trevor Lawrence is not turning the ball over. And I think that's the biggest thing. I think early on, it was rightfully criticized where he was allergic to turning the ball over. Give credit to Adam Thielen. Not Adam Thielen. I'm sorry. The head coach's name. Liam Cohen. Liam Cohen. Yeah, no, that is my boy. I don't know why I thought of Adam Thielen. Liam Cohen. He's done a hell of a job. 9-4 in his first year in Jacksonville, and that's with Brian Thomas Jr. not having a good year. I mean, he was top 5 last year in receiving yards. He had 10 touchdowns. This year, he only has 535 yards. This is with also Travis Hunter being out. This is all without Travis Hunter being out as well.
And he should be back, I think, in a couple weeks.
Yeah. He should be back by week 17, they said. So he's going to get right in for the playoffs. Defense has been fantastic. And I think the run game has gotten better each week as well. So they're playing good football right now. It's hard to disagree that the Jaguars are a top 10 team. So, yeah, I got Jags at 8.
At number 7, coming off a loss, but I think you broke it down pretty damn good. Give me the Bears at number 7. Like you said, they could just hang on with anybody. I think Caleb Williams, like I said with you, he took a couple steps up. There's no denying Caleb Williams is much more improved than what he was last year. I think DeAndre Swift and Mononglai has been top 10 running back room this year. Not for nothing. I haven't checked the numbers, but I wouldn't pass being a top 12 rushing attack. And not for nothing, no Roma Duze. DJ Moore, I think, had -4 receiving yards. And they were still able to compete with a very good Green Bay Packers team in the freezing temperature. So I like what I saw from the Bears. It was a tough game in Green Bay. I still like their chances. I still think they're a great team. Well, a good team. Give me the Bears at 7.
Yeah, at number 7, give me the San Francisco 49ers. They had a bye week, but, with all the injuries on defense that they're dealing with, my boy Bobby Salah is coaching himself a hell of a defense. They fly to the ball. They're 8th in scoring defense, and they finished 29th in scoring defense last year. So, without Fred Warner, Nick Bosa, most of the season, they're doing good. 9-4, they got to develop a little better on offense. I think Brock Purdy needs to play a little better, but George Kittle has played better these recent weeks, and Christian McCaffrey has done it all season, and he's healthy this year, which is good to see. And with Kyle Shanahan in the play calling, I think this team can make a sneaky run in the playoffs. So 9-4, I think this is a very good team. Give me the 49ers at 7.
At number 6, almost put this team at number 5, but just couldn't go there. Give me the Buffalo Bills at number 6. Josh Allen, like I said, was just flat out special last time we saw him against the Cincinnati Bengals. Outgun, I understand Joe Burrow with the interception late, but what I said, though, any given Sunday, Josh Allen is the best player in football. He did it with his legs. He did it with his arms. Mid wide receiver core deal, and he's still able to pull out these great things. James Cook didn't have that great of a game. Just rely on Josh Allen. The defense, don't get me wrong, I think Joe Burrow lit them up, but I still like their defense. I still think they're above average defense, and they're starting to get a little healthier as well. If they're just able to, we see Gabe Davis on the outside. We saw Brandon Cooks, get a target early on. If they're just able to build something offensively, start a rhythm for Coleman or somebody. We saw Kincaid come back from injury. Still, this Buffalo team can be something. Do they threaten me a lot? Do I fear the Buffalo Bills right now? No. But do I know any given Sunday Josh Allen is the best player in football? Yes. Give me the Buffalo Bills at 6.
Yeah, I agree. At number 6, Buffalo. If they're playing like their offense that they did on Sunday against the Bengals, this team's going to be a hard out. And you know what? I think we've really seen an emergence of Joey Bosa. We signed that 1-year deal in the offseason, and we really didn't know what we were going to get. He is first in forced fumbles this season with 5. So that's what they needed. They needed a guy on defense that could get Josh Allen the ball back. And Joey Bosa has done that. He's done his part. He's worth the money. He leads the league in forced fumbles with 5. That's already second most fumbles in a single season. He had 7 in 2021. So a couple games left. I think he could get a few more, but I think we're really seeing a good season from Joey Bosa, kind of going under the radar a little bit. But yeah, offense, you said it all. I was almost putting them into the top 5 as well. It was a really big win on Sunday.
Yeah, at number 5, I just couldn't put them over this team because I'll be honest, they've been impressing me as of late. Give me the Green Bay Packers. Jordan Love was honestly one of the main reasons why I had to put the Packers at number 5. These last 3 weeks, Jordan Love been playing like a top 10 quarterback. There's no denying it. Dylan, I know you hate when I say that, but you look at the numbers just the last 3 weeks. Jordan Love has been very impressive. Micah Parsons, 12.5 sacks. That defense is playing like a top 5 defense right now. They are. Christian Watson, he looks good coming back from injury. He's been such a spark to that offense. We saw Jalen Reed come back. They have Romeo Doubs. The offense looking live again without my boy Tucker Kraft. The offense is striving right now, Dill. Defense playing at a high level. Josh Jacobs getting a little more healthier as well. Matt LaFleur is doing a hell of a job. The Green Bay Packers are right now first in the NFC North. NFC North. And I think it's their division to lose. I think it's their title to let down. Give me Jordan Love and the Green Bay Packers at number 5.
Yeah, I agree. Packers at number 5 for me. They stayed the same. They're great on offense. Throws the ball a little off his back foot, a little too much for my liking, but I can't deny he's playing really good this year. And Matt LaFleur he's calling himself a hell of a game in these past month or so. Running game's good, and you mentioned Christian Watkins, and they're doing this all without Tucker Kraft as well, who was on pace to have himself a hell of a
top 5
year.
tight end.
Yeah. And their defense is fantastic. 4th and fewest yards allowed. They're 6th and fewest points allowed. But the problem with this team is they don't take the ball away like they did in 2024. Last year, they were 4th in the league with 31 turnovers. This year, they're 25th in takeaways. You know how many takeaways this team has?
7.
12. And that's one special teams fumble recovery as well. So Packers last year, they had 17 interceptions. They only have 7 so far this year. And that was one of them was last week as well. So I don't know. That's my worry with this team. I still think they're good. They get home to the quarterback, which is surprising. When you really get pressure, usually you're able to get takeaways in the secondary. But that's my one gripe with this team. I still think they're a top 5 team, and they're getting hot at the right moment.
At number 4, I know some fans of the team might be like, Elvis, It's 3 straight weeks you got the Broncos at number 4, and they keep winning games. I know. I'm sorry. Yeah, not that impressive to me, but I gotta respect it. As of right now, number 1 seed in the AFC, 11-2. Bo Nix, don't get me wrong, he's been playing pretty damn well. Do I love it? No. Do I think Sean Payton should be a little more aggressive with the play calling? Yes. Defense top 5. I think Patrick Surtain comes back this week. Nick Bonito, I think, has 13 or 14 sacks this season. They're a good team. They're a great team. I'm gonna be honest. They're very damn good. It's just something about them. I'm still off by them. I don't know what it is. Though, is it the offense still worries me a little bit, even though they have been playing, they have been scoring a little more in the first half as of late. Is it the competition? I don't know. The Raiders just backdoor covered. So for now, give me the Broncos at number 4. I think if they win this week, I gotta move them up from 4. But this is 3 straight weeks. After 3 straight wins, they've been my number 14.
Yeah, I mean, if they beat the Packers this week at home, they have to go up. I agree with that. I got the Broncos at number 4 as well. Now, we talked about Caleb Williams kind of taking a step or two. I think Bo Nix has kind of been lateral. I think he's maybe even taken a step back. Second year, I think the run game has gone away from Sean Payton. Now, I don't know if they don't trust RJ Harvey like that or they just like him in the pass game, but Bo Nix is 3rd in pass attempts and completions. Now, obviously, they have one of the best defenses, but, they are not committed to the run game at all. At all. And Bo Nix, he's now one of the league's most active throwers. He was efficient against the Raiders. He was 31 for 38, but he's still a -2% in completion above expected. So he's throwing the ball a lot, which I don't like, if I'm being honest, because what do we like when teams get into the playoffs, especially in the cold and in Denver? You want to be able to run the ball and play good defense. Now they have a top 5 defense. They don't have a run game, though. And that's what worries me here. So, like the team, I don't like Bo Nix throwing as much as he has, though. So, we'll see how that goes. But, I got Broncos at number 4.
At number 3, I just want to point out for the record, my number 3 and 2 teams could have easily been number 1. My number 1 team could have easily been number 3. At number 3, I could honestly put this team higher. I just didn't. Give me the Rams at number 3. To me, you can make the case the Rams are the best team in football. Matthew Stafford been playing like an MVP. Sean McVay has been coaching his ass off. Devontae Adams has been a heaven sent. And not for none, the Los Angeles Rams has a top 10 defense. Definitely top 12. Can the running game? Caleb Williams is taking a step back. Blake Corum is getting a little more touches. I just want to know, for me, who's going to be that guy for the remainder of the season come playoff time? Is it Williams going to be the helm? Is it Blake Corum going to be the helm? Or are you just going to go whoever's in better rhythm? So I would like to have that answer before it come playoff time. Puka Nacua, still, he's special. I like this Rams team. Like I said, I could have easily put them at 2 or 1. Right now, they're at number 3. Wouldn't be surprised they're 2-1 next week. Give me the Rams.
At number 3, I'm going to take the Seattle Seahawks here. Yes, they turned it up and they beat the Falcons, but it's the Falcons. I like their defense. I think they have guys everywhere. But what I worry about this team is they're second in giveaways. They've turned the ball over 24 times last season. But, that made sense. This season, they're 6th in scoring. They're averaging 26.5 points per game. They have 23 turnovers already. So that's what worries me a little bit. Obviously, Sam Darnold has been an upgrade of Geno Smith, and I feel like in every way. But Darnold leads the NFL with 16 turnovers, despite being a very run-heavy team as well. So gotta cut down on the turnovers, especially in the playoffs. But I think the defense is going to keep them in a lot of games here. But yeah, I got Seattle at 3.
At number 2, give me the Seattle Seahawks. My The only thing I really worry about, like Dylan just said, Sammy D with the turnovers. Other than that, I love the two-headed monster with Chardonnay and Walker the third in the backfield. JSN been the best wide receiver in football, no doubt about it. We just saw Cooper Kupp get in the end zone in the past week. I like some of those young targets. And defensively, though, that's the number one scoring defense of all of football. The defense just finds way to get sacks, force turnovers, and then get some of those turnovers in the end zone. McDonald's been doing a hell of a job. To me, he should be a finalist for Coach of the Year. I think he's done a phenomenal job. But my biggest question for this team, honestly, not even a big question, is for the come playoff time, come to end the season. Let's just say if the division is on the line, the last game of the season, right? Are we going to see the Sammy D we saw the last two games in Minnesota? Are we going to see the Sammy D we saw for majority of this season and last season, despite those two games? They do play, I think, next Thursday Night Football, so that's a great matchup. I think that game is going to show us and prove a lot of what Sammy D is capable of doing come playoff time. For now, I love the Seattle Seahawks team, Dill. Number one scoring defense playing at a high level. And if Sammy D doesn't turn the ball over, that offense is going to put up, like you said, 26 plus points. No doubt about it. Give me the Seahawks at 2.
Had to put him down, even though they were on a bye. Every chance I get to knock your team, I'm gonna do it. Give me the Pats at number 2. They didn't do anything. You know what was really impressive? Going on the road.
What could we do?
Going on the road and bouncing back and saying, you know what, that Carolina, we were asleep at the wheel. We go in there and we just fucking dominated the Cardinals. Jacoby Brissett. That might be another guy he's better than. Holy shit. I mean, Rams are the best team in my opinion. Rams are the best team right now. I think they've scored the most points in the first quarter. They've scored 100 points in the first quarter, which is 14 more than the next closest team. So, you know, they just come out of the game hot. And I think that might be a difference maker when playing in these playoff games. So I think they're the best team right now, and I had to drop them. And Matthew Stafford is the MVP.
At number 1, give me my New England Patriots. There's no denying it. We've been arguably the most impressive team of the NFL's defense season. We have the number 1 rush defense in all of football. We have the second leading passer in all of football. I'm pretty sure he leads the NFL in completion percentage in football. Our secondary is elite. We have a top 10 defense. Our wide receiver core is I'll be the first one to say is not great, but I'm gonna say it's above average. Hunter and Henry, any given Sunday, plays like a top 5 tight end. Not saying he's a top 5 tight end, just saying he plays any given Sunday like a top 5 tight end. And Travion Henderson has been godsend from the second half. If we're able to make him our lead back for the remainder of the season, sprinkle in some Ramondre Stevenson just because he's a dual threat with catching the ball as well, I think the Patriots could stride not just to the playoffs, not just to the number 1 seed, but I think the Super Bowl is going to have to run through Foxborough, Dill. Give me the New England Patriots at number 1. Huge week this week. Can't wait for it.
Underdogs at home. Cannot wait to break that down, kid. Yeah. So those are week 14 power rankings. Let's get to Thursday Night Football, kid. And that is between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers hosting the Atlanta Falcons. Buccaneers laying 4.5 here at home, minus 250 on the money line, plus 205 for the Falcons. Total is 44.5 now. They have activated Jalen McMillan and Mike Evans. They probably will play. Baker's getting his guys back. He has Bucky. He has Chris Godwin now. Can the Bucs win by 5 points against the Falcons? That is the question.
That's the biggest question of them all. Don't get me wrong. I don't love it. But would I trust Atlanta to cover 4.5 on a short week? My boy Kirk Cousins probably still sore. I think it's just a tough spot. Tampa Bay coming off a loss. Now you're getting two added weapons. We saw Bucky Irving since the injury, 2 straight games with a touchdown. I think Baker Mayfield bounces back here. Don't get me wrong, Atlanta, if they're in Atlanta, I'd be like, I don't want to lay the 4.5. But in Tampa, I hope it rains so they have a great home field advantage. I'm gonna lay the 4.5 here with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I think we're gonna see the offense open up a little bit more, especially if Mike Evans and McMillan is in. This is the first time all season we're going to see Chris Godwin, McMillan, and Mike Evans all on the field at the same time
with Bucky.
With Bucky and also the wide receiver from Ohio State. So even though he's digressed from the start of the season, I still think he's going to be viable.
He had to make that catch last week.
Absolutely. So, yeah, it was a touchdown as well. So I think we even going to see him get back to form just because I feel like most of the attention are going to be on Mike Evans and McMillan. We're going to see the field open up for Ibuka. So give me the Tampa Bay Bucks here. I'm going to lay the 4.5 at home. I think they bounce back here. I wouldn't be surprised they win this game by a touchdown no more.
Yeah, I was high on the Buccaneers heading into the season, but I think they've completely unraveled. Even their defense, I don't think has been that good. You know, obviously they dealt with some injuries all season, but this team just simply isn't covering games. You know, they barely were able to put up 20 points. All season. They barely put up 20 points against a bad Arizona team. It just makes it hard to imagine that this Buccaneers is going to win this game comfortably here now. And let's not forget, it took Baker Mayfield in the fourth quarter to bring out some magic for Tampa to beat Atlanta when these teams met back in week 1. So maybe he does it again. He was one of the clutches. He was one of the clutches fourth quarter quarterbacks this season, but he's kind of regressed a little bit. But 4.5 is a lot of points in a meeting between teams that are pretty close being evenly matched, in my opinion. So not going to touch it. I probably would take the points, though. And I hate the Falcons.
Yeah, I went, you know, I had a tough time deciding the game as well. But I was like, with Mike Evans and McMillan back, I feel like the field is going to open up for the Tampa Bay Bucks. Like I feel like, yeah, exactly, it has to. I feel like the offense is going to flourish. You know, enough of us. Atlanta's defense is solid. I'm not going to say it's great. It's solid, but offensively, do I expect Kirk Cousins to outgun Baker Mayfield? No. Do I expect Kyle Pitts and Bijan Robinson to outgun all the weapons Tampa Bay got on the offensive side? Not really. Do I expect DeMar Mooney to have, you know, downfield targets, maybe a 60-yard bomb? Maybe, but on that secondary with Antonio Winfield Jr. back there, I don't see it happening. So I feel like we're going to see a lot of dink and dunks, a lot of long drives for Atlanta to score the ball because you know Todd Bowles is going to let nothing deep or cheap. So I don't love it, but I'm laying the 4.5 here with the Tampa Bay Bucks.
What about the total? It opened up at 47.5. It's down to 44. So people are on the under right now. You're obviously not getting the best number, but do you agree with the line movement?
Yeah, anytime you got two divisional rivals, I think you always trend under, right? And just look at both offenses. You know, Baker Mayfield and the Tampa Bay Bucks. Have they been great as of late? No, they're 1-5 in their last 1-4 in their last 5 games still. And then with Atlanta and Kirk Cousins, you got your backup quarterback. You're down your number 1 receiver. If there's any team that's going to load up the box and stuff the run to slow down Bijan Robinson, it's the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So I feel like you just load up and force Kirk Cousins to beat you with his arm down the field. Load up the box. I have 7 guys around the line, Dill. Don't let Bijan beat you. I'll go with the under 44.5. I'm going to say 24-17 Tampa. That's 41.
41. All right, kid, let's get back on the winning ways with our props. And our prop segment is always brought to you by Props Props.Cash, the best way to research your player props. Elvis and I have been using Props.Cash for 2 years now, and it's helped us find an edge in several player prop markets on the web or in the Props.Cash app. You'll get quick visual data on player trends, matchup history, and recent performance across every major sport. Clean, reliable stats that make it easy to spot value. Plans start at just $19.99 a month, and right now you can get 25% off your first month with code DREAM25. That is DREAM25. So download the app, not now, but right now. Sign up with the monthly subscription. Use code DREAM25, and you'll be paying just $14.99 your first month. Level up your prop research today at Props.Cash. Okay, let's get back into the win column. What is your prop for Thursday Night Football?
Dale, you'd be shocked. I honestly like 2 props. I don't know which one to pick, so I might just go with the plus money, but I spoke about it earlier. I like Emeka Ibuka over 45.5 receiving yards at minus 112. Like I said, with Mike Evans and McMillan being there, I expect him to be open. I don't think a majority of the attention is going to be on him. I think he's going to have a couple, first down catches, maybe a big play like we saw week 1 when he had multiple touchdowns, multiple 20-plus yard receptions. So give me Ime Iboka over 45.5 receiving yards, and then give me Bucky Irving anytime touchdown at plus 121. Till we saw him since coming back from injury, 2 straight games with the touchdowns. Now, I don't see why he can't go for 3 straight. He's going to be the one target in the red zone. He's able to catch it. He's able to run it. Give me Bucky Irving anytime touchdown. I'm trying to go 2-0 with the props on Thursday night.
I usually don't back this guy, but I think this could be a good spot. Give me Kyle Pitts over 57.5
I love
receiving
it. I love it.
Drake London is out of the game, and that I think we could see another heavy dose from Kyle Pitts, and he's been dominant the last 2 weeks. 82 yards versus the
tight ends.
Yeah, 82 yards from the Jets, who they can't guard a soul. And then even against a good defense in Seattle, he went 90 yards against them. He's been targeted 18 times over the last 2 games, and Kirk Cousins, he has a lot of trust in this guy. So Buccaneers, they've been decent against the tight end. They're about middle of the pack, but it just feels like 57 yards in back-to-back spots where Kirk Cousins is like, I'm going to you. You get open, you're getting the ball. 57.5 receiving yards seems a little low. So don't do me wrong, Kyle Pitts. Give me Kyle Pitts over 57.5 receiving yards.
I love it. I was looking that way. You can't deny since Drake London went down, Kirk Cousins just been looking Kyle Pitts' way. Like you said, 18 receptions in just the last 2 games. So shout out Kyle Pitts. He's definitely been productive as of late. Definitely like the over 57.5.
All right, let's get to the NBA. Only 4 games on the slate here for Thursday. Pretty big slate, some spreads as well. But what are you feeling here for Thursday?
Yeah, I don't love the spreads. 3 games at 9.5. Come on, NBA. It is what it is. Portland Trailblazers taking on the New Orleans Pelicans. I'm gonna lay the 5.5 here with the Portland Trailblazers on the road. Pelicans just stink. Let's be honest. I would tease the Houston Rockets because the Clippers are such a bad team right now. I would tease the Houston Rockets down to 3.5. Which team do I trust more? Bucks without Giannis. Do I trust Boston on the road or do I trust Denver on the road? Give me the Boston Celtics still. That's going to be a 2-way teaser, minus 134. Give me the Houston Texans. Houston Rockets down to 3.5 and the Boston Celtics down to minus 3.5. That's the 2-way teaser.
Yeah, we got Adam in the chat. He said he went 0-5 on his NHL player props yesterday. NHL's up and down, honestly, for me as well. We have a few games here on the slate today. I'll tell you what I took. I took the over in the Rangers and the Blackhawks. I took Alex Lafreniere, the Frenchman. I took him, or I think he's actually French-Canadian. I took him over 1.5 shots on goal. I took Igor Shesterkin over 22.5 saves. By the way, Calgary Flames first period money line. I like them. At home, I like them to score first as well. So yeah, I only put a little bit. I'm not trying to stretch it out as well, but nothing in college, kid. By the way, I've been on fire for college. Another 3-in-1 day. Only 13 games on the slate for Thursday, but nothing good. I mean, Syracuse is playing St. Joe's, Iowa versus Iowa State, which is probably the marquee game for Thursday. By the way, Melo's son's been balling.
Yeah.
They're not the best team, but they're competitive. I'll give him that.
I'll tell you what though. I don't know if he's gonna be one and done, but NBA potential. Has NBA potential for sure.
Yeah, I think they knocked off one of the big seeds. I think it was Tennessee. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they knocked off 13th ranked Tennessee last week, and Melo, he was on his pod and he was just like, little man, he FaceTimed me. That's a big win for a freshman, knocking off the number 13 team in the country. I'll tell you this. I know you don't watch a lot of college sports, but even college football, the hardest thing to do in college sports is going on the road and winning. I don't care how good you are, going on the road and winning is a really hard thing to do. And I just want to end it here on the college note. Sharon Moore has been fired from the University of Michigan. Oh, it's a great day. Honestly, it's been a great day. Outside of the whole Met news, that was such a good thing to hear. Now, he has been terminated with cause, effective immediately. The university had an investigation, and they have credible evidence that was found that Coach Moore engaged in an inappropriate relationship with a staff member. What's good with your boy?
That's not my boy.
That's your boy.
First of all, I don't think we should be celebrating anybody getting terminated.
No, I am.
Okay.
That's the hated rivalry.
Yeah, I respect that. I could respect that. You being honest. We saw Ime Udoka, right?
You got
from
it.
The Boston Celtics.
Yeah, good job.
Lose millions of dollars. Get suspended for a year. We saw this. It was headline news in the sports world for a week, right?
Yeah.
Did we not learn nothing?
He didn't.
Did we not learn nothing? Brothers, we must do better. You get the position. You get a dream position, right? You will let pussy knock you off your pedestal? No. I'm being dead ass, bro. You gonna let a little bit of pussy knock you off your pedestal? As the head coach of Michigan?
That's a good job.
Dylan hates Michigan with all. He don't even calls them their name. He just says the team up north. Ask Dylan if he will deny the head coaching job for Michigan. He will not. So why would you? It's not like it was a performance thing. You beat Ohio State four straight seasons. You lost this year. Them doing a hell of a job. Beat them last year. And a little bit of pussy knocked you off of that.
You know who's trending right now?
Trending?
Yeah.
On Twitter?
Yeah.
The girl.
No.
I hope she's bad.
No, his wife, Kelly Moore, who he has 3 daughters with.
He's married.
Yeah.
Lisa Buka wasn't married.
Yeah.
He had Nia Long, which he fumbled Nia Long. Damn, God bless Nia Long. But that's not the here or there. My man is married with kids.
3.
You're supposed to be a role model, my brother.
Now he's going to get a divorce. I mean, she's trending right now.
And she's going to take his money.
And
so you coach for what?
Well, at least we ended on a good note. Any last words, kid? Thursday night football. We got some basketball. Any update on the car or no?
Nah. I'll be honest. Probably I might try to do something before Christmas, but I think Christmas is more of a priority right now.
You're just taking your time.
Yeah, I might go to Tri-State Motorsports this weekend, buy some parts, but am I going to put them on this weekend?
Nope.
No. You
All
know.
right.
But we're there. We're
Yeah,
there. Bill.
we're getting creepily close there. So enjoy, kid. Good luck on your bets. Enjoy the games, and yeah, we'll see you guys on Friday. Peace.